The Lost Explorer and the Magical Compass. Read, imagine, learn English through stories. Listen, repeat, and practice. Let's start. Far away in a land full of dense forests and tall mountains, lived a young explorer named Lila. Lila had always been curious about the world. She loved to wander through uncharted territories, discovering hidden valleys, rivers, and caves. One day, while exploring a remote part of the jungle, Lila got lost. The sun was setting, and the trees cast long shadows on the ground. Lila's heart raced as she realized she didn't know the way back. She reached for her map, but to her horror, it had been torn by a sharp branch earlier in the day. Panic started to rise, but Lila took a deep breath. Stay calm, she told herself. There must be a way out. As the night grew darker, Lila stumbled upon an ancient, weathered chest hidden beneath a massive tree root. It looked old, with carvings of strange symbols that she had never seen before. She hesitated for a moment but decided to open it. Inside, she found a small, rusty compass. It looked broken, but Lila felt a strange connection to it. She decided to keep it, hoping it might lead her out. Suddenly, the compass began to glow faintly, and its needle, which hadn't moved before, started to spin. The compass pointed toward the north, but it was unlike any compass Lila had seen. The needle didn't point to magnetic north, it seemed to be guiding her toward something else. Curious and with no other choice, Lila followed the compass. It led her deeper into the jungle, along winding paths she would never have noticed without its guidance. After hours of walking, the compass stopped glowing, and the needle froze in place. Confused, Lila looked around and saw a strange cave entrance covered in vines. Cautiously, she entered the cave. Inside, she discovered ancient paintings on the walls that told the story of an old civilization that once lived in the jungle. They had left behind a great treasure, one that could grant the finder immense wisdom and knowledge. Lila's heart raced, but she was not after treasure. All she wanted was to find her way back home. As she ventured deeper into the cave, she found a room with a stone pedestal in the center. On the pedestal lay an old book. The title was faded, but Lila could make out the words, "The Book of Lost Paths." Opening it, she found pages filled with maps of places long forgotten. Suddenly, Lila heard a voice echo through the cave. "You have found the compass of truth," the voice said. "It guides not to treasure, but to the answers you seek. To leave this jungle, you must make a choice. Will you take the treasure of wisdom, or will you find your way home?" Lila stood in silence. The thought of possessing such wisdom was tempting, but she knew what mattered most. "I just want to go home," she said aloud. The compass glowed again, and the walls of the cave shifted. A new path opened up before her, leading directly out of the jungle. As she stepped outside, the first light of dawn touched her face, and she felt a sense of peace. She had learned that sometimes, the greatest treasure is knowing what truly matters. Moral: in moments of uncertainty, the right path is not always the one filled with riches, but the one that leads to what's truly important. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe our page for more such stories.